In 2021, when I tried to break off my long-term relationship with my ex of 3 years, I remember I specifically told him, I love you, but I love myself way more.
If these males really like a woman happy, especially their woman happy, there are certain things that they will not do just because they know that when they do these things to their woman, it's going to make them unhappy. But these things that they keep doing to them in the relationship or in a marriage or anything, I feel like they do it intentionally because they know that if they do this thing, this woman will be worried, will be unhappy, and that makes most of them happy. Because most of the time, I wonder why you know that you're doing something that is going to make a woman unhappy, but you keep on doing it regardless. It just shows that you don't like her being happy. And that is where you see when a man sees his woman happy, probably happy. Well, probably she found a new friend that is a woman and she's very close to the woman. You see him saying that, I don't want you to have friends, especially the very protective or the very kind of man that you marry. Anyway, I have this interesting video to share with you all. She's talking about how happiness is a woman's superpower and these males do not like it. Let me go ahead and run this 4 minutes video for you also watch to the end, and I'll be back to share my thoughts at the end of the video.
In 2021, when I tried to break off my long-term relationship with my ex of 3 years, I remember I specifically told him, I love you, but I love myself way more. And he could not grasp that concept. It's either he couldn't grasp it or he didn't want to grasp it. But regardless, he didn't have a very good reaction to that when I said it. And he took it very personally. He started attacking me and being like, what do you mean? What is that supposed to mean? So you don't unconditionally love me? And I was like, no, I don't unconditionally love you. And I'm breaking up with you because I don't unconditionally love you. And I never will. I never will unconditionally love a man because this is exactly their goal. Their goal is to make sure that your happiness depends on them. But the second that they know that your happiness depends on them, they take it away from you. They take it away from you. They stop making you happy. They stop going above and beyond. And this is typically when you experience the honeymoon phase in a relationship starting to die out, right? Because as soon as they got you hooked within those first 3 months, 6 months or whatever, then they let you know how they actually feel about you. And how they actually feel about you is threatened. They're always threatened. Aren't they always threatened? As women, our happiness is our power. And these men are selfish. And they want to take that happiness and they want to use it for their own gain. And so what they're going to do is they're going to pretend that they love you so much. And they're going to get you hooked into the relationship. And as soon as you're hooked in the relationship, that's when you're going to start seeing all the toxic behaviors, all the negging, all the manipulation, all the narcissism, all the red flags. And you're going to be like, whoa, wait, this is not the same guy I was just dating. It is. It's the same guy you were just dating and now he just showed you who he actually is. And who he actually is a loser who lacks the capacity to make his own life fulfilling. And so what he'd rather do is he'd rather siphon off your energy by making you miserable. These guys actually get off on it. They get off on women being unhappy because that means women lose their power. When women are not happy, they don't have power. And when they don't have power, they're not a threat to men, right? That's why they'll stay in the toxic relationship with you. That's why they'll cheat over and over and over again to humble you and break you down and make you this tiny little person so that they're not threatened by you anymore. That's also the same reason why they place so much emphasis on unconditional love and make it out to be like you're so holy if you love a man unconditionally, like you're going into heaven right away if you love a man unconditionally. Really, it's just a trick to make you give up your own happiness so that they can continue stealing your power from you. Isn't that insane when you really think about it? Because us as women, we want to make our partners happy for the most part. There are some toxic women out there, I will say that for sure. But for the most part, women go into a relationship trying to uplift their partner. We actually see potential in these men that they don't see in themselves. And that's why they're so threatened. They hate the fact that we have vision, that we have ambition, that we have drive, that we have happiness, but we're not directing any of those things towards them. Because as soon as it's directed towards them, they celebrate you, right? But when it's directed towards yourself, it's a problem. That's why men love to say behind every great man is a great woman, because they've been making her miserable while she's been making him great. Men will also do this to their daughters, which is why they exploit their daughters unfairly in every single culture across the board. Women are getting exploited in the household by their fathers, more often than boys are getting exploited by their fathers. And it's for the same purpose. These narcissistic men popped out a bunch of kids, and now they don't know what to do with them. But they see that their daughters have power. Their daughters have innate power that they're born with. And they don't want her to realize that because it's a threat. So they're going to be toxic. They're going to be abusive. They're going to gaslight. They're going to be manipulative. They're going to tear down her self-confidence. They're not going to teach her anything. Because as long as you're not happy, they're not threatened. That's why 4B is making these men mad the way it's making them mad. It's because it's the first time where women are like, fuck all of you guys. We are going to be happy. And the funny thing about happiness is it's free. Happiness is a state of mind. Happiness is a state of being. Happiness doesn't come from another person. Happiness comes from your thoughts. So when we as women reduce the amount of distractions in our lives that are occupying our thoughts, aka these men and the toxic relationships that they want us to be in, then all of a sudden we have more room in our mind to create happiness. And as soon as we create happiness, we tap back into our power. And they hate that. They hate it.
As I was saying, if these males like their woman happy, they will always want to do things to make their woman happy, not provoking the woman or making the woman sad or heartbroken all the time. You all remember the video we talked about last week where the guy was saying that, was telling his wife that I intentionally like women's booty on the internet. I go out with my friends and you're not bothered. It doesn't get you angry, and it's annoying him that he doesn't get her angry. So he kind of doing all those things to get her angry. So he wants to see her unhappy, he wants to see her nag, he wants to see her complain. It gives him that joy that yes, she's unhappy, definitely I am happy. But then, how does that even make sense? Because these are the same males that will come and say, I want a woman that will give me peace. I want a woman that isn't going to complain. I want a woman, or if a woman is happy in the house, that means the house is peaceful. But then with the whole things going on, with a lot of women coming out talk about their story, I can easily say that a woman that is giving a man peace is a woman that is keeping quiet and turning left eye for whatever things that she does not like. It's not a woman that is saying, I don't like this, stop doing this. A woman that keep talking about, you'll stop doing this, or start complaining about what you're doing, that woman is not going to give you peace, because she's going to always complain all the time, and that's not what men want. They want the ones that you see them doing something that is wrong, but you keep quiet and smile and clap for them. That is a woman that they call peaceful woman, in my own definition, in my own opinion. Because because most of the time I just feel like these males do not really like their partner being happy. They will not open their mouth to say it, but what they do when it comes to happiness of their woman is the opposite. And as I was saying, if you're with a very narcissistic man and he sees you with a partner or a friend, he sees you getting very close to a friend, and both of you share so much things together, you're happy that when your friend, the very close friend of yours, call you, he sees that they're already angry, because most of them will come and be like, oh, when a woman start having friends, she turns her back on her husband. Like, see, I just feel like they always glorify when a woman is sad, suffering in the relationship means that the relationship is going to grow healthy. That is just what I feel. And the thing is just so annoying, because of most women actually believe things like this. They believe that when they are struggling, when they are unhappy, it means that things will always get better. Most of the times it doesn't get better, and you are just wasting your time. Okay, so my own is just, if you focus on yourself as a woman, or you focus on something, another happiness that doesn't have to evolve around them, around your meals, around you, it doesn't have to evolve around your partner, it gets them worried, because they know that once a woman can choose her happiness, can be happy regardless of anything, she's powerful. can be happy without them. She's powerful, she's stronger. Or probably once a woman is closer to another woman, that the kind of, I feel like two women bond is stronger. For me, I feel like two women bond is stronger than a man and a woman bond. When two women that got each other's back, they know each other's struggle, they talk about bad and wrong and good and bad, everything. The relationship is way stronger than the relationship of a man and a woman relationship. And that fears so much men. That's why you see when you want to get married, the kind of advice you get from older women are they'll tell you, let your husband be your best friend. The kind of advice you get from pick-me's grandmas are let your husband be your best friend. Do not have any other friend aside from your partner. Don't talk to anybody. Anything that's happening in your family, don't go outside to talk about it. Just try to isolate women because you're already married. That's why you see a lot of women when they get married, they just ex their old friend because they don't want them to scatter their marriage. But that advice doesn't always go to men because men still choose their happiness. They still follow what they enjoy doing. They don't stop going to whatever makes them happy. Their hobby is still going to be their hobby. Their friends, both male and female, will still be their friends. But then, if it was a woman, she has to even cut off male friend. That one is 100% sure. Then you see the female friend, she'll cut them off again. The only ones that she might actually put close are the ones that are married, just like her, or the ones that have children, just like her. And I feel like this is just something that they try to, it kind of lie, they kind of give women that do not get close to women because they're afraid that when two women come together and get too close and their bond is too close, these men are afraid of that happiness that comes in. They're afraid of that happiness that comes in you, and that's what I feel. They're afraid of that superpower. I feel like it's a very powerful bond that even the males are scared of that kind of bond. I just feel so, right? What is your take on happiness being a woman's superpower and these males do not like to see their woman happy? I know we will say not all men, so not all men. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section respectfully. It's your favorite girl again, Maria Davis. And thank you so much for tuning in today's video. I hope you enjoyed this one. And don't forget to like and share and subscribe. And please turn on the post notification bell so you can get notified as soon as I upload another interesting video like this one. And I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.